know what to do, man. I'm lost.
Whoa. What's the problem there, young man?
You have to help me, sir. My grades are bad. My girlfriend just broke up with me.
Whoa. It's okay there. Maybe some of that experiences in my life can help you with your problems.
Okay. What have you done that can help me with all of this?
Well, I am a Vietnam War veteran and have gone through many things in my life.
Like what, dude?
I was a young college student during the summer, enjoying it when I received a draft notice from the U.S. government saying I'd go to the Vietnam War at the end of the summer. I was so scared. I decided to flee to Canada as I felt there was no way out of it. At the start, morally, I felt that avoiding the Vietnam War would be the best thing for me. But my guilt for avoiding the war and what my peers and family would think outweighed this. And after almost escaping near the Minnesota border, I came back. To show the overall weakness of myself, because of how I wasn't able to make a decision, as I waited for days at the border, at the Tip Top Lodge, and accepted my fate instead of doing something about it. However, I wouldn't let this ideology control me for much longer as I went into the war.
That sounds crazy. But what did you do then?
As I was deployed into Vietnam, I made many friends in the Alpha Company, I Battalion, as we did many operations like spying, fighting, etc. I carried many items with me, but mainly fear, as I did when I was trying to escape back home. As this was happening, many of my comrades started to die, like Ted Lavender, Kurt Lemon, and Kiowa. They would die in various ways, like being shot, blown up, and more. As the war was progressing and the amount of deaths got higher and higher, I found it very difficult to deal with, and I felt guilty for certain deaths like the one in Kiowa. By the end of my time in the war, the guilt of what had happened had consumed me, made me feel powerless, and I needed a way to deal with it.
Wow, that's an incredible story. My problems wane in comparison to the events that you had to go through.
How would you even go about living after that?
Well, I decided I was not going to let the war ruin me. I decided I wouldn't let the trauma take over, and I would take power over my own destiny. So, I tried to find different ways to cope with the experiences I went through during the war. I found that what worked best for me was storytelling, whether it be to family, friends, or the world.
No way, man. How is telling a story to someone supposed to make me feel better?
With storytelling, you're sharing meaningful stories with people about many different types of things for different purposes. When I storytell, I decided to talk about my life experiences, which inform many about the experiences I and many others went through. It lets me channel all my emotions into a form of expression. I published my book, The Things They Carried, which contained multiple stories about what many soldiers like myself had to endure during the war.
Really? That seriously work?
Well, getting to share my experiences with others certainly helped me overcome my challenges and take power over my viewpoint on life and the actions I take today. And also, the book became so popular, it was put in schools for other students like you to read and learn from.
That's crazy. I had no idea storytelling was such an effective tool.
And even if storytelling is not completely for you, there's many ways to cope with the things we are going through and take power over our own lives. Do things that make you enjoy your life and things that make you happy. I'm sure you'll find your own way to cope.
Thank you so much for your advice, Mr. O'Brien. And one last thing, where can I learn more about your experiences in Vietnam?
Well, that has a simple solution. Check out my book, The Things They Carried. Have a great day.
Although sometimes life can be difficult and knock you down, it is up to you whether or not you decide to get back up. The Things They Carried demonstrates how many soldiers use different mechanisms to cope with the difficulties of the war. Even leaving war aside, coping mechanisms can be used by many people who just generally experience hardships during their life, and how it can help them slowly overcome said hardships and grow as a person. Whether it be storytelling, self-improvement, and so on, The Things They Carried will show the different methods and effectiveness of coping with hard times, all while providing a personal perspective on a prominent historical event that helped shape the world into what it is today.